Hello, I'm Ian Cathwaroon from the Selkirk Interlake Eastman riding. I'm the PPC candidate for the 2021 federal election. I've had a lot of requests for videos to answer some questions, so I think I'll get to a couple of them today. So the first two that kind of go together is what are my goals if I become the region's representatives, and what is my plan for Canadian once the PPC wins. Now those two questions kind of go together. So first, I'll be fighting to re-establish our rights and freedoms which have been allowed to be removed without opposition by our current government and representatives. This is required immediately. I will also be working hard to advocate for real responsibility and accountability from our elected representatives by pressuring change in how erroneous actions and activities by our elected officials are handled. We must discontinue allowing our representatives to commit crimes, indiscretions, misspend, and act outside of our interests without real repercussions, which hold them to account in an appropriate manner, be it personal, financial, or criminal. I would also like to work with our Indigenous populations to deal with the embarrassing situations that have resulted from the inactions and lack of real solutions from our past and current governments. We must work together to modernize the Indian Act, provide assistance and counseling, create dignity and independence, as well as improving living conditions such as clean drinking water. So that kind of takes care of those questions. The next question is, I had here, what are the biggest issues in this campaign? Well, beyond a shadow of a doubt, our biggest issue this campaign is our rights and our freedoms. Canadians are tired of unproven and ineffective mandates, force and coercion to be vaccinated, and now special identification in the form of vaccine passports in order to interact in society. We also must look at dealing with a multitude of issues that our other parties have repeatedly failed to act upon, such as Indigenous issues, health care, our economy, our treatment of our brave veterans, the homelessness, firearms, and practical solutions for our environment. We also must begin to demand real accountability from our leaders and elected officials, which we covered already in the last question. As I speak with constituents in our riding, it is clear that we have all had enough, and we are ready for real change. This election will be a pivotal moment in Canadian politics and Canadian history. We will vote for honesty, integrity, rights and freedoms, responsibility and accountability from the People's Party of Canada, who stand with and beside Canadians, or for one of the same parties who has proven time and time again that they stand above and apart from our citizens in every single way. That's my answer to that. Okay. All right, so the next question was, why am I running? Well, I chose to run. I've had a 26-year career working with in the care system, including residential care with youth and adults. I've worked in behavior and addictions, education, social services, and I've run also a counseling agency myself, my own outside-the-box counseling. I've had the opportunity to assist and advocate for people of all ages and backgrounds. One thing has persistently been clear, which is that our system is broken. We have a government that jumps to assist other countries and other people while neglecting Canadians. Our veterans are neglected, our Indigenous are neglected, our unemployed, our infrastructure, our social services are horribly understaffed and continue to fail our children. Our prisons are overfilled and outdated warehouses that benefit nobody. Not to mention that the homelessness and mental health treatment in this country is an embarrassment. These are less issues and more atrocities, as no party has dealt adequately with any of these issues. Despite the fact that we are one of the richest and developed countries in the world, we have fallen behind in almost every way. Well, I chose to run because I have seen enough, I've heard enough, and I've said enough. I think back on all the people I have fought for over these years, both young and old, and I want a better future for them, for all of us, my family and your family. I'm tired of the lies, the inaction, the excuses, and the passing the buck. The buck stops right here. And that's the way it should be. Okay. So that's just a short video to answer a couple of your questions. I wanted to keep it a little bit short. I'll make another video soon. But those were the questions that I get asked most often. There will be another video coming out hopefully today as well, answering a couple more, but again I wanted to keep them a little bit shorter. Okay, well, thank you for watching. Vote PPC. We're the only party that backs freedom, dignity, and the rights in Canada. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.